Hey everyone, I'm Don't Tread on Me Game Reviews, and today I'll be reviewing Generation Zero for the PlayStation 4. Generation Zero was made by Avalanche Studios, the creators of games like Just Cause series Mad Max and Rage 2. As you start a new game, Generation Zero throws you into the character customization screen. Here you'll be able to customize your character towards your liking. These customization options lack in variety. Usually you'll only have two different sets of customization options for each character, which mind you feels significantly underwhelming. As you finalize your character, you jump into the world of Generation Zero. Generation Zero takes place in Sweden during the 1980s. As you begin a new game, you're greeted with a scrolling text which explains the backstory of the events that led up to the setting of the game. After World War II, Sweden enjoyed an economic boom coming unscathed from the war. This was achieved by making a deal with Hitler, which ensured that Sweden would remain neutral during the war. After the war, Sweden did not want to find itself having to repeat the same mistakes again. They decided to invest their newly founded riches in a policy known as total defense. This was to ensure that Sweden maintained and protected the borders while also keeping civilian life shielded and maintained intact. It further explains that every child, man, and woman was prepared and ready in case war broke out. You play as a teen who has come back from an excursion trip only to find Sweden empty. Story progresses through finding various newspapers, notes, letters, and audio recordings. While there is a story to be told here, Generation Zero doesn't offer anything concrete or consistent when it comes to its storytelling. It feels underwhelming and has no real depth. It seems like Avalanche Studios neglected to make a proper story, and I for one find this very disappointing, because Generation Zero truly had the potential for a great story to be told within its setting. Generation Zero is mostly a shooter-looter type of game. While there is plenty of loot to be found, these items lack in variety. This is particularly true in the early stages of the game. This of course changes once you have made your way onto the mainland. You are required to explore your surrounding environment, discovering villages, small town, naval bases, and bunkers. During these expeditions, you will find various memos, maps, and recordings that will activate various quests that can be completed in any order of your choosing. These quests usually involve going to certain areas of the map, searching for particular items, loot, key codes, keys, while other missions involve activating power generators, collecting intel, clearing out enemies in specific areas, and of course searching for people who are either dead or are nowhere to be found. Generation Zero's quest at times feels like a wild goose chase without any real depth or substance. Of course, once you have completed these missions, you'll receive XP points that can go towards your character's development. These points, which you can earn by completing missions, discovering new areas of the map, destroying satellite beacons, destroying or distracting the enemy robots, can be accumulated to earn enough XP in order to level up your character. As you level up your character, you will receive skill points which then can be applied towards your character's skill sets. These skill sets are divided into 4 categories: combat, support, survival, and tech. When applied, these skill set upgrades can give you the ability to increase aim speed, armor damage, healing abilities, marking, increasing carry capacity, increased health amount, lockpicking, and more. Though I found that increasing carry capacity and unlocking the lockpick ability is fundamentally beneficial. Unlocking the lockpick ability will give you access to the various armories that are scattered throughout the map. These armories usually contain better graded weapons and equipment. Combat in Generation Zero feels great. The running and gunning feels top notch. Countering enemy robots gives you the option of tackling them head-on with various weapons and equipment at your disposal. Using a combination of gas canisters and radio sets, you are able to set the perfect trap to destroy the enemy robots. I usually found this was the most effective method. If you find yourself in trouble, retreat is always a great option. You even earn XP points from running away from the enemy robots. Using flares and fireworks is a great way to distract enemy robots. It's particularly useful when you're outnumbered and you need to find an escape route to safety. My favorite gun to use was the AI-76 assault rifle. I found the accuracy of the rifle combined with the burst fire function to be very effective when aiming and shooting at the enemy robot's fuel canisters, causing them to explode. The enemy AI is a bit of a mixed bag in Generation Zero. While they are very effective and challenging when they are out in the open field, this sort of breaks down when you find yourself engaging them in or around buildings. Sometimes robots can glitch through walls. However, one of my biggest issues of Generation Zero's gameplay is its pacing. While at times the game feels really good when shooting, looting, and exploring, there are often times when the fun factor breaks down due to repetitious gameplay. I personally found myself at times getting bored with the game. Multiplayer throws you with 3 other people into the world of Generation Zero. Off the bat, it didn't feel quite good to me. Seems that throwing you with random player kills the atmosphere. Generation Zero truly feels best when played solo. If you choose to play the game with other people, best to play with your friends. Generation Zero has some of the most unique visuals seen in a game. There is something truly satisfying about its visuals and environment, which makes the atmosphere rich in color and presentation. One of the most appealing aspects of Generation Zero's visuals are its environment with beautiful trees and plants are covered across the landscape. You witness this beautifully played out during the evenings. When the sun is about to set, the sun's rays of light burst bright through the trees. The game's atmosphere has been well designed. Its day and night cycle gives different visual stimulation. At night, it can feel eerie and a dread of feeling alone. The audio quality is superb. There is something really satisfying about running into the woods while hearing your own footsteps crunch down on the ground. Gun sounds are mostly good, though the shotgun blasts are too loud, even when firing outside in the open. While Generation Zero suffers from a lack of story, occasional glitches, and at times poor enemy AI, I found the game to be decent enough overall. I have enjoyed it at times and at other times grew frustrated with some of the game's pacing issues. Nevertheless, Generation Zero's excellent environment and atmosphere is the game's strongest point, combined with excellent shooting mechanics and combat. Generation Zero gets a 6 out of 10. If you liked this review, please like this video and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you would like to make a donation in order to keep this channel going, please donate to the following PayPal address you see on screen.